for another ride along in Project Spirit. Prince Magnum channel, where hot rodding and romance do coexist. I'm your host, Prince Magnum, and welcome to another episode of In Your Face. In this episode, we're going to kind of touch base on everything that needs to be touched base on. We're going to kind of get you all caught up to speed. I needed a couple days kind of clear my head. Had a lot on my plate, but thankfully I'm okay. Which brings us to the court case. Evidently, my probation officer and I just kind of got to settle our differences. That's words from the judge. And basically, I believe also some of you in the Maverick Nation may have made some phone calls. Some of you who are passerbyers, and of course some people who really know who I am deep down and all that good stuff. Beyond just the Prince Magnum channel, may have even made phone calls. Thank you all so much for all the support, prayers, everything, okay? Now that we've dodged this bullet, and I'm getting sick and tired of dodging bullets, let's get on to current date. As you know, YouTube is starting to demonetize certain YouTube channels that, you know, it's always the same bullshit. It's always the same stuff, you know. And I mean, there's a couple of ways that I, Prince Magnum, because I don't have enough subscribers yet, there's a couple of ways I can offset this, okay? And the first and most obvious is, what I'm looking at doing is starting a Patreon account. And it basically, as if you will, kind of a tip jar. You know, throw me something every now and again if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Okay? But, you know, that sort of thing. Now, for the record, I really didn't want to have to do that to fund my channel, but, you know, YouTube doesn't always leave you a whole lot of options. And they like to jerk you around on your money, along with all of that. And beyond that scope, because, you know, if you will, we're gonna, you know, if we're gonna be cutting YouTube out, if YouTube is not going to pay the ad revenue like they're, you know, like they're supposed to, and they're going to treat me as a second-rate creator, along with a few others, the only thing I know what to do is basically you guys drop money in the Patreon account, and then what we'll do is we'll tell YouTube to fuck itself. Because eventually I want to start my own internet network, okay? And that internet network will have hot rodding, it'll have romance, we're going to look at alternate media, we're going to do it all, okay? And if my good buddy, the Cadillac Kid, hasn't gotten his, you know, hasn't gotten his TV show, he'll get it. It's going to be us that's going to build the network. The hell with Google. We'll put them out of business if we want. We will do what we want. That's why we have the, you know, that's why we have the First Amendment. Okay? We do what we want. When we want. China be damned. Sorry, Xi Jinping. You had your chance. I mean, you could have let me defect to your country and, you know, clean, economical, you know, affordable you get the idea. Now, beyond that scope, unfortunately, money's gotten tight since this last court case. Money's getting tight. And I'm actually right now en route. I'm just getting out of work. I'm actually en route to go over and sign up for a karaoke contest. First place winner can make $1,000 prize for first place, $500 for second place, and $100 for third place, if I remember the numbers correctly. At Laz's Bar and Grill, used to be known as Wild Horse Saloon, over in Leadington, which is where I'm headed right now. That's why I'm on a back road. Because of this, some of you have asked the question, Prince Magnum, when are you getting back on stage? When are we going to see another video of you singing again? Looks like a lot sooner than later, okay? For the record, I'm not 100% comfortable with that idea. It's just one of them things, but, basically doing a contest to make extra money, I really don't like that idea. And there's no guarantee that you're going to win. Because, here in St. Francis County, there's, country music is kind of the king down here, and I do rock and roll. And there's a lot of great country music singers down here, so I'm really going to have to pull all the rabbits I can out of my hat. That's just one of the things. So, if you will, February 9th at Laz's Bar and Grill over in Leadington. That's spelled L-A-Z''S, Bar and Grill, over in Leadington. You're welcome to, please, if you can come. Show your support for me, Prince Magnum. And I'm going to have to cut away for a second so I can go in, because I'm actually here, and as soon as I'm done, I'm going to jump back on camera, if you will, and we're going to talk a little bit more. All right? So if you all will give me just a second. Damn, the Spirit runs like shit right now. All right, I got that all lined out. I think we're pretty well ready to do this, So I'll be signing up, and basically, if you guys follow my Twitter account, it'll be Magnum _Prince. I don't know why they had me do it that way, assholes. But basically, if you follow me on Twitter, which again, it's Magnum _Prince, Twitter, you'll be able to know what days I'm doing my thing, what days I'm not. So you'll be able to find out when I'm going to be on stage, or what events I'm going to be handling, which brings me to the next part. As I have said in previous videos, I have to do community service. Well, we found a good place for me to do community service, and that's over at the Bonne Terre Memorial Library. Now, folks, you might as well say most of the time I'm almost done with all my community service. I think I'm down to maybe 19 hours. But even after my community service is over, I will continue to be a volunteer at the library. I've been out there. Most people may not know this. I'm an amateur magician. There is a video about me doing. You'll see some sleight of hand, and there's been crossovers with Bloomberg TV where I've done some sleight of hand magic. But I do it for the kids out there. So I will try to remember to put up on Twitter when I'll be out at the library doing community, doing either community service or just plain volunteering. And you can bring your young ones out, and I'll be able to show you some magic or teach you a little bit of everything. That poor little car, kind of banged up. You'll be able to, bring your young ones out, and I might be able to teach you something. I know this spring they're going to have me doing, basic routine maintenance, how to check your oil and things like that. That's some of the things that we're looking at doing over at the library. This past week I helped with a cooking class. Let's see, helped with the after school kids, the ones that are assholes. Don't be like that. I'm over there regularly helping. Okay, so if you are interested, go to the Von Terre Memorial Library. If you're in the area. We'll try to get there today. But, starting Monday, you all will see me regularly. Even Mondays is the Lego Club. Basically, I'll be there kind of assisting with the Lego Club. And again, if you see me in there, I'm pretty sure that they'll let me put on a small magic show. I know I'm definitely going to be helping with some fundraisers this coming year to help raise money for the library so they can get new and better equipment. So follow me on Twitter. You'll be able to keep up with all of that information, and which is a good thing. So there you go. The Prince Magnum watch has been set up. It's again Magnum_Prince Twitter, blah blah blah. You all know how that shit works. But anyhow, gosh dang. Okay, I've got a video that I've got several videos I'm working on right now. Valentine's Day, as you can tell by the time code, is just right around the corner. I got 2 cool videos to come out with that. We're going to touch base on a couple of things. Kind of brush up on some skills for all of us. Yours truly included. Romance needs to stay alive. The moment romance goes, the relationship is dead. Let's see. I've got some changes that's been made to Project Spirit. She's got a long ways to go right now. But we're looking at hopefully this spring and into the summer, we're going to get the body work done. She's going to get a new real paint job slathered on her. You motherfuckers that keep doing the vinyl wraps, afraid to commit to a project fully because you might decide to change your idea and peel. No, we're doing a real paint job. I don't care if it's a spray bomb, it's still real. At least not vinyl wrapped. Motherfuckers. Oh, Plasty did. Ugh. Stay with it, folks. Commit to the idea. Projects can change over time, but at least commit to the idea. Oh. Sorry, I had to get that out of my system. I get a little upset about that. Those that like to... It's not showing true respect to your project. But anyhow. I've got a lot of video footage to release yet. This one will come out before all the other stuff. We're going to carry on with our information about the 70s and the 80s performance. I've got another video, Does It Daily. That series is getting ready to come out. I haven't released any of that information yet. Released that video. Just tons and tons and tons of stuff. If you're a true subscriber to the Prince Magnum channel, a real member of the Maverick Nation, you are going to stick around, okay? Again, YouTube has already fucked with my, is fucking with my AdSense stuff. They're already pulling the monetization stuff. The YouTube channel, we're going to keep it going, but we're just going to open up a Patreon account. And eventually the hope is that we're going to say fuck you to YouTube, Google, the whole 9 yards, and we're just going to open up our very own internet, almost like an internet streaming, series. We're going to have our own website, the whole 9 yards. We're just going to say fuck Google. We're going to keep the ad revenue ourselves, and if all goes well, if my buddy the Cadillac Kid has not been able to get his his YouTube channel, you know, get everything squared away. If he hasn't got his TV series, and we're ready to open up something like that, he's on board. Okay, he's on board. I know between him and I handling hot rodding and stuff like that, there'll never be anything dull. And he knows how I feel about him. The Cadillac Kid, I do know his real name. I know what he's, you know, I've had the opportunity to talk to him. I've never met him in person, but I've talked to him, and he's one of the most fantastic people that I have ever had the opportunity to talk to. He's a good man through and through, and it pisses me off that Google's fucking with, you know, that YouTube's fucking with him too. Sorry about my language. But anyhow, that's where we stand right now, folks. So let's give a quick recap, and then we'll talk about a couple other quick things. And if we're feeling froggy, I might even dump the clutch. You know, we are in Project Spirit after all, which is so much fun. Anyhow, let's see. Looking at a Patreon account for the Prince Magnum channel. Eventually, with the idea of starting our own internet website where we can do what we want, keep, you know, get real sponsors and things like that. Volunteering, giving back to the community at the Von Terre Memorial Library. Looking to get more work done to Project Spirit. Entering a karaoke contest. Gosh dang it, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Keep saying I'm going to slow down. No, ain't gonna happen. If I'm not going balls to the wall, you know. You know, while we're on the subject of doing some, you know, while we're on the subject you know, giving back to the community, that's something that I'm going to start pushing here more and more on the Prince Magnum channel. Because regardless, even though my community service is pretty well done, and yeah, I've got money to pay and everything else, you know, the community, especially here in Von Terre, has been really good to me, the Prince Magnum, you know, my channel, the Prince Magnum channel. You know, Farmington's been good to us. Heck, even Park Hills, and of course even Deloge has been good to us. Like, really, all of St. Francis County has. And I know many of you stood up, again, I know many of you stood up for me during that whole ordeal. I had to go to court last. Many of you stood up for me. And I want to thank every last one of you. All of you, you know, I know sometimes I hear certain other YouTubers say, you know, focus outside of your small community. If the community's been that good to me, I need to stay focused. You know, I need to continue to help the community that's been so kind to me. Home is where you hang your hat, you know. Am I going to look beyond St. Francis County? We're already doing that, you know. Which brings me to a video that will be coming out. It's made, I just got to post it. Somebody asking to see what some of the area looks like. Lives out in, I believe, California. Got the DDW. You know who you are. You know who you are. And it's a small neighborhood. I mean, you got several towns real close together. They should really be one and the same. It's a, you know, great community. I love it out here. I grew up, you know, I did some growing up in small towns, and I love small towns for that reason alone. because, you know, there's a lot of rednecks down here. But I'll be honest with you, some of the best people I've ever met were rednecks. Good people. The person who taught me how to take a regular gasoline, carbureted gasoline engine and convert it over to moonshine, he was a redneck. You know, so, you know, people can talk shit all they want, but a day's in, you know, it's always a good redneck that has, you know, that I've always made good, you know, friends with good rednecks. You know, so there you have it. All right, we're getting close to home. Again, you know, if you guys like seeing the camera turned around, me kind of shoot the shit with y'all, tell you what's going on, again, leave it in the comments box below. Don't be afraid to talk about what's on your mind. You know, if you're a subscriber to the Prince Magnum channel, I'm just your spokesperson, okay? I'm just your spokesperson. Because the day's end, I mean, you guys are the ones that really make the Prince Magnum channel what it is, okay? It's just unfortunate that YouTube doesn't fully get that even though it's a handful of people, there's still a lot of passerby, you know? So, again, you know, YouTube doesn't fully get it, but that's okay. We do, and that's all that matters. As always, get out there and work on a project. Don't care what it is, just do something with yourself. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. Do something special for them. I know it's close to Valentine's Day, do it anyways. And, oh, hang on. Woo! Gosh dang. As always, for all of you out there, no one out there has told you that they love you. Prince Magnum does. God bless you, and have a happy 24. Thank you. Damn it, so